What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, guys. Y'all know what time it is, man. It is Victory Monday, ladies and gentlemen. It is Victory Monday. Man, today's conversation in Victory Monday, we have a special message to Brian Flores from TD Fans Talk. We want to send a message to him. Hey, we never know if it reach him, but we're going to talk to Brian Flores today. And of Brian Flores today. Shout out to Gio Cabrera, the first mod in the building. What's up, Vicky S, Powerhouse TJ? I see you. Vicky in the building. Everybody, thank you for hitting that like button on your way in. One moment. Is it too bright? All right, it's cool. Y'all hit that like button on your way in. Punch that like button. We got 43 people in the room, 48 people in the room, 18 likes. Let's try to keep up with it before I go ahead and get started, guys. Coach Flo is the GOAT. He's more than the GOAT, man. We're going to talk about it, man. I'm excited. Whoa, let me flip it, baby. Man, I have a sore throat, just so y'all know, man. I have a sore throat, so trying to get through that. And then I'm at the end of this steroid pack for the back spasm that I had. And that got me a little droozy or whatever, but I'm all good, man. I appreciate everybody who support me day in and day out. Y'all hit that like button, guys. Man, what's up, TD? Are you going to the game on Sunday? I wouldn't dare go to the game. We've been doing significantly better since I stopped going to games. So I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. We still in playoff contention. Yes. That's bro. DM Fins, what's up, man? What's going on with you? What's up, TD Fins up? Johnny Cash in the house. All right, guys, I want to go ahead and get started because I don't have forever. I got about 45 minutes, and I want to deliver the best message I can to Brian Flores. First and foremost, we're going to dive right in. So if I'm not responding to your chats, just please understand I'm thinking off the top of my mind just what I want to say on Victory Monday to our coach, because I think that he's the right person to talk to today. He's the right person to talk about, because it's easy for the coach to go unnoticed, and when we're going to get into it. But anywho, listen, so if I'm not responding to all the chats, understand that I'm just going and I'm having a conversation with Brian Flores in my own mind, but I'm letting you all in on that. And as an analysis. So it's almost as an analysis for you all. And then now if there's a super chat, of course, I'll stop and address it. But let's dive right in. All right, here we go. Well, y'all bear with my throat, man. I'm losing it, but I'm going to get it back. All right, so first and foremost, Brian Flores, head coach of the Miami Dolphins in 2019, first season, got his first win. Flores, you got your first win. Let me talk to Flores. Flores, you got your first win last week. I'm happy for you, but it didn't mean anything to me. You come back and you beat a solid team in the Colts, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything to me. Because I know it doesn't mean anything to you other than the significance of you getting your first win. I understand. But you have big goals here in Miami, and I recognize that through my analysis, through me watching your press conferences every day, through me getting a gauge of who you are and what you're delivering to this organization in this city. It's not enough for you either. And I know what you're trying to build here. And the good thing is you have an advocate over here at TD Fans Talk that realizes and understands that this isn't an overnight process. Things were supposed to get uglier before they got prettier. And truth be told, I personally feel like we might even be exceeding expectations of the timeline that we pretty much put forth. I mean, I would have gave it a minimum 1 year of a rebuild, but I really do sincerely believe that this team can be in playoff contention next season for sure. Now, I know all my homers for the Dolphins, we're going this year, but I'm just saying in general. I really do believe the way that you and your staff have gotten this team rolling, that we can really be in contention next year for a playoff position. And we recognize what you're doing. Game one, we looked terrible, pitiful. People were already calling for your job. But what did you expect in a rebuild with a whole bunch of players that weren't even drafted? But we're seeing the remnants of TNT. Your message that you brought in the summer was, takes no talent not to make the stupid, bonehead, easy mistakes that other teams make that cause them to lose. And we're one of the least penalized teams in the NFL. And we're on pace at least to have the least amount of penalties for the Miami Dolphins since 2004. It looks like one of the main things that you came in here to instill certainly gets checked. It is certainly working. It is working, and we look forward to that carrying over to next year when we bring in a few veterans, when we bring in free agents, when we bring in draft picks, that you can carry that on when we have even better talent. So I see what you're coming to put in place, and I see that it's working. I also see what you in the front office is trying to build and acquire by getting rid of some of the best stars that we had for assets, because we all knew that it wasn't those guys weren't a part of the future. Outside of Laramie Tunsil and Minkah Fitzpatrick, in all reports, and according to Minkah's reports himself, shows us that you all did everything you could to try to keep Minkah in Miami. It shows us that. So that's no love lost. At the end of the day, that doesn't go on you guys' resume. You did what you needed to do. It didn't work. Move on. And we feel that. I feel that. As far as Laramie Tunsil, who can pass up a deal like that? It's working out for Houston, but it's also going to work out for us. It's also going to work out for us, especially given the model that I know that you all are adopting now. We develop talent in Miami. That's something that nobody can say, oh yeah, they do. Nobody can say that. Not even off of these young guys that we have now that you all are developing. They will never get their props until they're on the big stage. So no one can say that we develop talent in Miami, but I already see it. I see it 5 years from now. Miami develops talent. Look what they were able to do over the last 5 years, and look at them now. Look at this guy, undrafted. Look at that guy, undrafted. Look at this guy, 6th round. Look at that guy, CFL. I can see them saying that in the next 5 years because your coaching staff is actually developing talent. You're taking and you're scouting very well, and you're bringing in players that you know that you can develop, and you're getting the job done. You took Mike Gesicki from a 3 to a 7. And we know he still has an even higher ceiling. You took a guy like Raekwon McMillan, who I was not fond of, who I literally said we need better linebacker play. These guys either step up this year or we need new linebackers. And you made sure that people knew who Raekwon's name was. And I understand the whole notion. The players are the ones putting in the work. But this is the same work that Devontae Parker was putting in for 4 years, and this is the best season he is having in the NFL. That's coaching. That's coaching. Straight up coaching. Nothing more, nothing less. And many people aren't going to recognize that, nor give you the props that you deserve. And when I say you, I'm referring to your entire coaching staff. The props that they deserve. Now, do we feel like you all are perfect right now? Not at all. Do we feel like there are things that you all could do better as coaches right now? Absolutely, but you said it yourself. And I love that about you and this coaching staff as well. You're self-critical. You call out your faults. You take ownership. And the only thing that matters is how we're going to move on and how we're going to get better at those areas. And I love that about the staff. I love that about the staff. Here we are, 2-7, when everybody said we were tanking and we wouldn't win a single game. See, they did the same thing last year, but this is media. We understand. I go on Facebook Live and see a Brian Flores press conference, and in the live chat section, 50% of the people already want Brian Flores fired. This is back in week 5 and 6. Fire this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. But here at TD Fans Talk, we understand it's a process. And based off of my eyes, you're doing a hell of a job. You're doing a hell of a job. No one's asking anyone to be perfect. I do understand football. I understand what it takes to win in this league. But you are taking a group of young men, trying to teach them how to be men in this league. And we are seeing production and results. It doesn't always end with a W, but there's still production and results. And now we're able to string along 2 beautiful wins, at least for the fan base. These were beautiful wins for us, and we appreciate them. You started out by beating the Jets after the turmoil of 7 losses. This fan base was at its very bottom. And you defeated the Jets. And I always say, you don't lose to the coach you replace. At least not on the first go. You got your pass. The first battle, you don't lose, and you took care of business. And you gave us a win over a division opponent to help us cope. To help us cope, man. But then you come back against a Colts team that nobody had thought we had a chance to win. You know, every week I'm saying we're going to win 50-0, but it was going to be a tough task. And I said it last week. I said, why can't we beat the Colts? Why can't we beat the Colts? Just like why can't we seek a revenge game on Buffalo and beat them? Why can't we? Because the truth is, the coach that we have and Brian Flores and that staff, they believe we can every single week. Every single week, they believe that we can. We can win. And there is no crime in believing. Because when you stop believing, you're not 2-7, you're 0-9. You're 0-9. Regardless of all the media rumors and all the hate and all the misdiagnosis of the team and the people who are basically trying to be our GM and tell us what we're going to do in free agency and the draft, despite all that chatter, pull up the headlines for Miami Dolphins today. First thing you see, why Dolphins' hopes for drafting Tua Tagovailoa are still alive. And that's from the Dolphins Wire. I don't mean to call out papers, but come on, man. Understand what this team is doing. Understand what this team is doing. It's that simple. These are the headlines that we get. It's crazy. Headline, Dolphins win a dilemma. We're going out to win every game. They had another headline. That basically said Dolphins can't even tank right. That's what we hear every day, all day, Brian. That's what we hear. But I know what time it is, because why am I going to listen to some writers who are trying to sell clicks, who are trying to make money off of getting people to click their article, to click on their video, trying to make money just to rev up those who want to ignore what this organization is actually trying to do? Why am I going to listen to them when you stand on the podium every day and give us some type of indication of what this team is doing, how they're doing it, why they're doing it, when they're doing it, and where they're doing it? That's your W's. Why? Why would I listen to them? And I urge everyone who listens to this channel, stop listening to these people trying to get these clicks. Our coach, at least listen, and I ain't trying to monopolize the situation, but listen to me. When I speak of what they're saying out of their own mouth, not what some analysts who done been around for 30 years thinking they know everything about football feels is gonna happen. And 9 times out of 10 is always wrong. Always wrong. It's ridiculous. But it's time for our coach to get some recognition of what he's been doing, because all it takes is one little thing to go wrong and we were beating up on Flores. And 5 things can go right and you don't hear anybody giving him any props. Any props. This man has been passionate about this team. You see him on the sideline fired up. You see him defending his players. You see him kicking, scratching, cussing, throwing all tantrums, everything for his team. And you see these players playing hard for him. You see these players believing in what he's trying to deliver. You see these players executing what he's trying to give them. Full buy-in. We're not going to allow the media to come in and say that there's a mutiny. I told y'all the day that story broke, it was crap. It might be one or two people that don't want to be there anymore, but that is not what you call a mutiny. It's not what you call a mutiny. And a message to all the fans of the Miami Dolphins. Our franchise will never win if we continue to be divided. Us fans. They got us arguing with each other, going crazy about this, going crazy about that. Mutiny this, mutiny that. Oh, our team sucks. Man, when you're a fan of a team, you want to enjoy every bit of it, but they also got to give you something to enjoy. So I understand that. But don't let them tear us against each other. For the last 15 years, I can promise you that the Miami Dolphin fan base has been split down the middle 50-50 one way or another, whatever issue it is. Whatever issue it is. There's a strong presence of people who believe this, and there's a strong presence of people that believe that, and both beliefs contradict each other, and it clashes. It does. Don't let them divide us, man. We out here rooting for our team. Don't let them divide us. And I like to think I'm a real fan. With that being said, I'm going to root for my team. If we were 0-15 and we're in that 16th game, it's our Super Bowl. Let's act like we're in it. Let's act like we're in it. Let's go in for our team, man. Not all this, oh, I'm done with this organization, X, Y, and Z. Let's study the reasons of why they're doing what they're doing. Let's study the past and where they messed up so that we can help bring awareness about not making those same mistakes for the future. We can sit here and keep on bashing each other, arguing about Tua Tagovailoa, Joe Burrow, Ryan Tannehill, we could continue to argue about all that stuff all we want. But at the end of the day, the beauty of being a real fan, whatever decision they make, even if it isn't the one that you wanted, you riding for your team regardless. It's almost like an election night on draft night where if whoever they chose in that first overall pick, half the people are going to be mad when they should be glad regardless. Regardless. With the first overall pick of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Tua Tagovailoa. TD saying, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's coach him up and get him right and let him lead this organization for years to come. My reaction would have nothing to do with the fact of my pre-draft analysis of him. It would not affect my pre-draft analysis. I could hate a prospect for all I care. If his name gets called on a ticket by the Miami Dolphins, let's get it done, Flores. Let's get it done. It doesn't matter. We all can have our preferences right now of who we want, but when they call that card, it doesn't matter. That's the result. We're not going to sit around and cry about it. We're not going to be around here pouting about why we didn't draft Dwayne Haskins over Christian Wilkins. We're not going to do that. And that was a little jab, by the way. We're not going to sit here pouting about why we didn't draft Dwayne Haskins over Christian Wilkins. We're not going to do that. We're not. And by the way, Christian Wilkins, as of today, leads the entire NFL rookie class on the D line in tackles. He has more tackles than every single defensive lineman, even defensive ends in defensive tackles. He is the number one rookie with tackles on the D line in the entire NFL. Shout out to Christian Wilkins for that, leading the pack. Shout out to Christian Wilkins leading the pack. It could have been Dwayne Haskins, though, not leading the league. Just threw another little jab. I'm just saying. Just saying. But yeah, man. Wait, what was that? My phone. I gotta go find it. But yeah, man. But back to you, Flores, man. Keep up the good work. Keep on pressing. Never let them get comfortable. Continue to make sure these guys are fighting. And your test is going to get bigger and bigger. And I'm not talking about every week. Next week we lose. Oh, the same old Dolphins. Ain't nobody care nothing about all that. We know what we're building. See, when you get down to the grit of it, oh, we lost next week. Ain't nobody care nothing about all that. We know what we're doing. We know what we're trying to accomplish. We done won every game, if you ask me. And not in the literal sense. I ain't got time for the smart Alex. Not in the literal sense. We done won every game. Ain't a single Dolphin fan. This is one thing I think we can agree on, y'all. Ain't a single Dolphin fan can tell me that every single game we have progressed. I ain't talking about first game sucks, second game a little better, third game, oh, a lot better, the fourth game we trash, and then fifth game a little better. And no, every single game, this team has gotten better. Every single game. Nobody can deny that. I don't care if you hating on our team, if you don't want to see us win and you mad about it. Nobody can deny the fact that this team has gotten better every single week. Not only have we gotten better every single week, it's almost like we've lost more and more players every week as well. So how are we losing some of our best but getting even better in the process? It's called coaching. It's just called coaching. Least penalized team in the league. I agree. That's coaching. That's one stat right there, penalties, that you have to point directly at the coach, regardless if the player did a bonehead mistake. That means you ain't drilled that situation in him enough throughout camp and through the week. That is the one area that you point directly at coaching and you don't point at players. And that's penalties. That's teaching technique. Technique. Teaching it, repetition. It's that simple. And imagine how much better would have been already if we would have protected the ball more. If we protect the ball more. I love what I'm seeing and I'm so encouraged. I love it and I'm encouraged. I'm loving it so much, man, and I'm encouraged. A part of me is actually appreciating this season more than ever. You know how everybody's looking at the losses like, oh, we ain't going nowhere. But it's almost like when you know what's on the horizon, you appreciate the journey there. When you know what's right over that hill, you start to appreciate the walk a little bit better. A little more, should I say. You appreciate it. You're walking in a place where I'm leaving. We're leaving. You're looking up at the hill where we're headed at the top of the mountain, and here's the difference. It's not a case of you're looking up there and you're hoping something is over the other side. No, this is a case of we know what's on the other side. And as we're walking up the hill, we're just looking right and left at where we are and saying we're leaving the building. We're leaving. But until I get to the top, hey, I'm here with you, but we're leaving. We're leaving. So bye. Oh, hey, how you doing? 10 penalties a game. See you. No, I won't see you. I won't see you unless you get your act together and come up where we are. We're leaving our past right now. We're going through that walk of just, well, that's what we're doing. We're just wiping off all the negative. But what people have to understand, while we're wiping it off, one swipe isn't going to get it all off. But you're watching every single week a chunk of it just fall off. You're watching a chunk of it fall off every week. Shout out to Donald Irene. I got to read this comment. He said, TD, I want to give a shout out to offensive coordinator Chad O'Shea as well. Despite the lack of run production, the offense didn't abandon the run. This is a sign of growth. Now we must get the personnel to run it. Two ways to look at that, Donald and Irene. First of all, amazing comment. You're spot on. Great example, because once again, I love that you said that, because most people, I wouldn't have expected that from many people, because they're not looking that deep into the game. Only thing they care about is, oh, we got another win. Oh, okay. They're not looking at what's happening in the game. Man, we can't run the ball. Well, you should be happy that we're not abandoning it. You should be happy that we're not abandoning it. Trying to stay disciplined and fight through games. Oh my gosh, we're having a rough day on the ground, but let's keep on going. We might pop one, and guess what? We ain't pop none. We ain't break out on none. But at least we require them to still respect it by continuing to do it. This is what opened up the secondary at times. This is what opened up the secondary at times. Good observation. Good observation. But in regards, and also in your comment, there's another way you could look at it too, because you said, now we just got to get the personnel to run it. Well, there's an alternative to that. You still might have the personnel already. They're still under construction. Like, do we forget what we have on the O-line? Some guys, drafted guys, non-drafted guys, do you understand what we have on the O-line? Shout out to you, Ingraven. I see your team doing your thing, man. You ain't gonna do nothing but get tougher. Them Ravens. Shout out to you, homie. Appreciate you stopping through. I tell you this, man. Y'all looking good. But you already know, man. I heard your stream where you said, why don't we still don't get any respect after beating the Patriots? No one's gonna care. You got to do it in January. Then you'll earn it. Then you'll get it. Then you'll get it, man. 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 This season has been one, man. And it's kind of crazy. I'm feeling some type of way right now, because it's like anybody should be down and depressed about what we're going through this season. Even with 2 wins, you're 2-7. You should be like, oh, our team, everybody want to say your team suck and stuff, but I don't, man, I just feel like I'm enjoying what's happening to us right now. And I ain't talking about the 2 wins. I'm enjoying the fact that we are getting better every week. I'm enjoying that, man. I never thought I could enjoy us losing, but we're building something. And we're doing it the right way. You can feel it. You can see it. You can feel it and you can see it. Let's just put it like that. Fins are up, y'all. Fins are up. And maybe we might just go on that run and go 9-7, see Baltimore in the first round, and then put them to sleep. Put Baltimore to sleep. Nah, they on trajectory to try to get them a bye. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. But man, more exciting stuff, man. He Graven said, ha ha ha. Say it ain't so, man. Hey, that wasn't a joke. Hey, we'll see, man. Time will tell. Just put it like that. It ain't likely, but time will tell. Time will tell. I got faith, baby. Anything's possible, man. But man, I'm excited for the Buffalo game in Miami. Not sure if we'll win the game. Y'all know me. Every week, my prediction is 50-0. Miami wins. I don't care what the situation is. I'll never change that. I can never, I can't be objective or anything about my team in that regards. But then whenever I am getting real, it's like, I don't know if we're going to win, but if we continue the trajectory, just get a little better than we did last week, we're going to win. That's it. If we continue the trajectory, just get a little better than we did last week, then we're going to win. I ain't saying we could win. We're going to win. If you see a game like the one we just played and a little bit better, probably on the offense, we are going to win. Then if we get another game after that, a little bit better than we play Buffalo, we're going to beat the Browns. And a little better game after that, we're going to beat the Eagles. And we ain't got to have a better game, and we're going to beat the Jets, and we're going to beat New York, and we're going to beat the Bengals. But we're going to grow every week because I believe in this staff. And then we're going to end the season, and they're going to say, the Miami Dolphins can make the playoffs with this win on the road in New England. And when the game is all over, it's going to be Victory Monday, baby. On our way to the Super Bowl, baby. Let's roll. Oh, man. Then we'll have to run into the Patriots for a third time in one season, probably. That'll be what happens. Oh, man. And we are going to win. That's right, TD. You better know it. You better know it, man. Always have faith, man. Oh, man. Is TD okay? Yeah, I'm good, Logan. I'm just pumped, man. We're doing good. I'm excited about our future. I'm excited about what we're doing for our future. And Brian Flores, last note, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you putting in that hard work. We appreciate you keeping your staff, yourself, and these players focused from listening to all this crap out here in the media. We appreciate it. We appreciate it, man. Real talk. Fins Daily with Matthew. I'm not sure what he said, what you're referring to that he said post game. LOL, TD trolling us. Ain't nobody trolling, baby. Super Bowl bound, baby. Ooh, let me cuff it. Cuff it, man. Ooh, Super Bowl, baby. Super Bowl. Our future is so bright. I love it. Super Bowl bound. Flores drinks on me. Let's go, baby. Let's go. TD, hang in there. Oh, I'm great, man. He said we are trying to win every game, period. Everybody knows that. And all the people who still want to be in denial, their only argument is, what do you expect them to say? What do you expect them to say? This man been trying to win every game, every time. We just been getting beat, but we've been getting better. And if you keep getting better and better and better, eventually you'll get some W's. And if you don't go backwards, eventually your W's will start to stack up. Man, Miami 16, Buffalo 12. We did that. Fins up, baby. Short-term joy of a win. It's not going to make us a better team in the future. I don't know what David Dude is talking about. TD, once again, sharp hat. But make sure you wear the one from yesterday when we play the Bovines, Buffalo Sunday, LOL. Fins up. Hit that like button. We're the same one. That's this one, man. That's this one. I don't know. I actually found a bag with like 12 of my new hats or whatever. And this one was in there, and this one wasn't even new. I'm like, oh, somebody been hiding some of my stuff from me. Well, it's kind of new. I only had it for like 3-4 weeks, maybe. And it's probably the third time I wore it. No, I ripped the tag off, so it's hairline crispy. Nah. I'm waiting to get my hair cut in about 12 days, man, when I go see my barber in Dallas. Anyone with eyes saw Burrow looking better than Tua, to be honest. Oh, Lord, I ain't getting into that conversation today. We ain't got time for buffoonery from EM. Wore my Dolphins shirt to work today in the UK. Fins up. Shout out to you, man. I disagree with you, but I love your passion for the Dolphins. I feel the same. Shout out to you, David, dude. I feel you, man. It ain't about always agreeing, but it's about respecting each other. And, hey, I appreciate you showing me something. I always show you, man. That hat from yesterday was fire. Man, y'all like this hat? That's all it is. I'm breaking stuff. This one. Woo! Need to break out some other ones, man. It's all right. This one all right. This one all right. Oh, I'm breaking my little lounge chair, my Dolphins lounge chair. Oh, the book broke. It's a little Dolphins book. I don't know if y'all can see that. I ain't got the focus on. There it is. There got the focus. All about the Miami Dolphins. It's a little book that was hooked on to it. Pretty sweet, man. Oh, let me focus back here. All right, I had to bring the focus in close, baby. I had to bring it in close. All right, there we go. There we go. But it broke off of here, man. I might have to Gorilla Glue it or something like that. Got all kind of stuff. The wife just got me, man. She got me this lucky candle that I burn for the Dolphins. That little Dolphins ornament that's gonna go on the football tree. I mean the Dolphins tree. You know, it's one of my favorites. She just she got your boy like a little nutcracker. Still got to figure out how it works. Woo! Oh man. And my favorite. I don't know why I keep him down here. This is my homie, man. This is my little leprechaun. This is my little dolphin genie leprechaun, man. Oh man. I love that too. She got a whole bunch of little new stuff. The wife had delivered. She keeps spoiling me, man. God is good, man. TD broke the book, 10 years of Flores, shaking my head. Fans already lost out on first pick as Bengals and the Jets and Washington 2 all worse. We don't want Tua anyways. Man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. The more games we win, the more likely we might actually get Tua. Y'all, I think y'all done had it backwards the whole time. Because real talk, one of these top teams might actually take Joe Burrow, number one. If they don't take Chase Young and then Joe Burrow goes. I mean, that's not sitting here and act like there's not a world that Burrow doesn't go before Tua. Even if Tua is a better player. I mean, teams make decisions and they go with the guy that they want. It's a chance, I don't know why I was going to say Kyler Murray. It's a chance that Tua could fall to us at a lower pick and we might be like, grab him. You know? Literally. Y'all might be surprised. Just hypothetically. Say we picked 6th or something and we got Epinesa. Just hypothetically. Y'all really think there ain't, and then we got like a 16th pick from Pittsburgh. Y'all think there is no scenario and no situation where Tua's on the board at 11 or 12 and we're like, should we move up and get him since we ain't got to waste much to move up a few spots? We didn't expect for him to be available. But should we take the chance and then, You know, all these things are part. The draft is ridiculously crazy. Any and everything can happen. You think they thought we were going to be drafting Laramie Tunsil? Laramie Tunsil went on the board. Of course, he's on everybody's board, but he was on the board as a we ain't getting there. We ain't getting him. We had no thought process of getting Laramie Tunsil. Of course, he's on our board as top players. So if one of them is available at our pick, of course you get him. But they already knew, yeah, if any of these guys available, that's a given. You get them. But they didn't think that was going to happen. And they're like, this kid is still on the board. What do we do? Go in the original plan or follow the script? Like, best player available. Go and get him. There is a chance that we could have had a left tackle already, a superior one. I mean, we did, but y'all know what I mean. A young one, and he would have been on the board there. Hey, Laramie Tunsil. All right, we got two of them, two left tackles. I mean, that's what teams would do. Teach them how to play guard or right tackle because the talent is there to be the top, regardless. So we'll see. You might be surprised if the man drops. I know if he actually makes it to the playoffs and he loses again, like first round or something, he might drop big time. And that's crazy. They don't have nothing to do with him, but it would. And we might be sitting there at 16-2 on the board. Not saying that's going to happen. Y'all come on now. But y'all get my point. Might just do it. I mean, I could see that happening. Vice versa, Joe Burrow. Tua go first. Burrow been sitting out there. We went defense, but Burrow's still out there. Whoa. Yeah, we got the fourth pick right now. But I'm just saying, y'all be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. They say it's a QB league. I went across the league yesterday, and most of the QBs with the best stats lost. Some of the best stats in the league lost yesterday because it's a QB league. It's funny how it's a QB league, but even when they play really good, they could lose. That's just interesting to me. In the quarterback across from you don't even play as good as you, but you still lose. But it's a QB league. I just don't understand the logic. It's just hard for me to comprehend it. Very hard. It's been very hard for a while. That's the NFL, TD. Come on. It's not the NFL. Do you know who makes the NFL? People think it is what it is. The media and the fans echo it. That's not the NFL. That's the climate, the temperature of the NFL. And the temperature and climate of the NFL changes based off of the narrative. We make the quarterback position the most important position. And what I mean by that, we always use Joe Flacco as an example, right? And we say, yeah, but he did that once. And I say to those same people, so you mean to tell me if they kept the same defense together, everything the same, they couldn't do it again? I mean, I'm not saying they would have done it again the next year because the NFL is hard. You could be the same team is just as good as the year before and don't even make the playoffs, and you won a Super Bowl the year before that. But start evaluating the league for yourself, man. Don't use terms like that's just the NFL. No, look at the game and you say what you think it is. Look at the game in and out. Go and look at what we're defending. Go and look at what majority of people are defending. It's a quarterback's game, but nothing steers to that. Nothing steers to that. It's Brady's fault. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's all Brady's fault. It's all Brady's fault. If you take Brady out of the NFL for the last 20 years, we're not having these conversations right now because it's spread all out in the NFL. Teams winning. It's straight up Brady's fault. Brady has turned this league into thinking that my position is the most important position if you want to win. If you don't have my position, if you don't have a great elite player, what some people like to say, if you don't have an elite player in my position, you won't win. That's what Brady done did to the media. And the media has spewed it out. Spewed it out. And the sad thing is, I really do believe that he's the best system quarterback of all time. And since he keeps winning, doing what he does in a system, he's the greatest. He's the greatest. He's the greatest, man. The greatest to ever play the position. I just wonder, man, if other teams had, if Russell Wilson had that same defense that he had when he won a Super Bowl in their prime, the same defense. If Russell Wilson had that same defense, would he still only be a one-time Super Bowl champ? If Russell Wilson had that same defense he had when he won the Super Bowl, Legion of Boom, for the last 7 years, if he had that same defense for the last 7 years, would he still only be a one-time Super Bowl champ? Just curious. Or if he had that defense and he won 5 out of 7 Super Bowls in the last 7 years, we would be talking about how Russell Wilson might end up his whole career going down as the GOAT. Y'all see how that works? If Russell Wilson had the Legion of Boom and he won 5 out of 7 Super Bowls with them, we would have been talking about how he might end up being the best quarterback of all time and might go down as the GOAT. And nothing changes with the player, just give him a great defense. And we will be talking about how he's going to go down as the greatest quarterback of all time. 5 out of 7? Yeah, but he had a great defense. No. But look how he commands the offense. Look how he does this. Look how he does that. That's all Russell Wilson, not that defense. We would have been arguing, talking about, is it Russell Wilson or the defense? The quarterback lovers would have been saying it's because of Russell. And everybody else would be like, no, it's because he got that defense. But he ain't got that defense, so he ain't winning Super Bowls like that, like when he had it. But if he had that defense and was winning Super Bowls, 5 out of the next 7, we'd be talking about how he's going to go down as the greatest of all time. That's what we'll be saying. Y'all see how that works? So really evaluate how you look at the game of football and who's really more important. Really think about that. Think about that. Think about that, how Russell Wilson would be the greatest of all time if he had the Legion of Boom for the last 7 years. At least arguably. And won 5 out of 7, arguably. I want y'all to think about that. But since he ain't got it and he ain't winning them, he's still elite and great. But that's good enough. Yes, I will be streaming tonight's game because I need Russell Wilson to beat San Francisco. I don't want undefeated teams. I just don't. I'm with the 72 club. I would say it's both him and the defense. Yeah, but you're missing what I asked you the first time, Wedson. He won 5 out of 7 out of all of that. Would we not be seeing how he's possibly the greatest quarterback of all time, or at least going to go down as it if this keeps up? You see how that works? That's the only point I'm making. That's it. That's all. And Tom Brady done had a lot of top 10 defenses. And if you don't think that defense ain't been carrying them this year to have them, and people, here's what a lot of people don't realize. The Patriots haven't had it as hard as people think. They win games in a regular season. So in the playoffs, they will always play one less game than everybody else, just about. Less playoff games than everybody else. Most teams go into the playoffs, you got to win 3 games to win a Super Bowl. Four games, excuse me. Most teams that go into the playoffs have to win 4 games to win a Super Bowl. Majority of the time, Tom Brady and the Patriots only have to win 3 because they put the work in the regular season and win more games than everybody else. TD, out of all the young players on the Dolphins, which 5 players would you say have the brightest future? That's a tough one. Young players, I'm going to assume you mean on a rookie deal or first year or second year up to. Give me that answer and then I'll answer. And shout out to Nick Needham. Absolutely, man. I hope this kid progresses. I'm not impressed, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I love what Nick Needham did yesterday. He was everywhere. He was this, that, and this. But again, just like these quarterbacks, I'm not impressed about any player coming out one game having flashes. I want to see him emerge as a consistent guy who's flying around the field making plays. Because then we go into Buffalo and you don't hear Nick Needham's name once. We just don't say nothing. Then you don't hear it again. It's like, what happened to Nick Needham? Is he hurt? No, you held on to a good day for him. He's been good all year. He's been good all year. His good. Is that what you want? Now, yesterday he was great. But I don't need good Nick Needham. If he's going to be on this team in the future, we need great Nick Needham. Playing at a high level consistently. So he can be good all he want. We need great. When you go play the Browns and those receivers, we need great. Good ain't going to cut it against those guys. When you don't bear Needham's name, it means that. But I'm talking about the flip side of that. I should have been more descriptive. We don't hear him making any big plays, and he's getting beat. I should have been more descriptive. That's what I meant. I want to hear his name making plays. Or locking his guy down to where they're not throwing to him, like you're basically saying. That's what I want to, and that's the only reason I don't want to hear his name. But I need great Nick Needham. When you're a player of his caliber and his stature, you have to have great to cement your name. You think that pick yesterday and that good tackle in the backfield cemented his name? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. But anyway, let me answer those 5 3-year players and below. Okay, let me answer those 5 for the future. Christian Wilkins is 1. Number 2, Jerome Baker. Number 3, Raekwon McMillan. Number 4, Mike Gesicki. Let's see who I like. This is a good one. Number 5, Mark Walton. Mark Walton. Mark Walton. The reason why I didn't name Preston Williams is because he's in a tough situation now. None of us know. You don't know what's going to happen after this injury. You don't know how he's going to come back. We can make the assumption. But mine was going off of if I had to pick guys to start with right now, I just pick 5 healthy players who are rising. The problem that teams get into, they start guessing. I'm not guessing on those 5. If I had to take 5 guys into the future with me, it's those 5 guys that are 3 years or less, of course. That's what I'm talking about. Preston, I would definitely take him if I knew he was good from that injury. But that's something we don't know right now. That's something we don't know. We don't know at all. He tore an ACL. He didn't break his femur. Okay, what's your point? Are we sitting here saying that everybody who tears their ACL comes back 100 and looks the same? Everybody? There is no concern for him not to 100% fully recover and be the same guy. There is no concern of him not doing that. Is that what you're trying to say? There is zero concern? Or are you trying to say, no, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying it ain't a big concern. I get that. But there is a concern. Just like Wetson said, I think he'll bounce back. The key word is the second word, think. You ask me top 5, I don't go with players that I think. Like in that regards. There's question marks. And truth is, we actually hope. We don't think, we hope that he's not one of those guys, even if it's rare, which is not rare. There are a lot of people who come back from ACLs and just aren't the same. Ever since that ACL, this and that, he just hasn't had the second. There's been too many. I agree Preston Williams would bounce back into it, but you asked me top 5, and I'm considering his injury. Now, when they hit the field in training camp next year and he out there doing what he do best, ask me top 5, and I'm sure that he probably will be in there. He'll probably be in there. So no one recovers great from a torn ACL. I know. I'm just entertaining these people that's exaggerating, like, oh, that's nothing. He'll be back fine. Okay, I'll entertain that just in case he does it. You know, Williams is much better than Walton. Come on, TD. I agree. But when you factor in the injury, I don't agree. I don't agree. EW was never a speed guy. Preston Williams was never a speed guy. He's a point of attack guy. He will be all right. He's also a great route runner coming in and out of his breaks. So, yeah, I do think he'll be all right. But what if it affects him coming out of his breaks? What if those are the type of things I think about? All the whole 9. What can an ACL do to you? Adrian Peterson got better after he tore his ACL, and he was 3 years older. Oh, so AP got better the very next year after he tore his ACL. Come on, man. AP have been progressively getting better and better, actually, which is crazy. But as soon as he got back on the field, then what? Was it 110%? As soon as he got back, correct me if I'm wrong, man. He took a year off. Would you want Chase Young or QB? Chase Young right now. He had the best year ever as soon as he got back. I'm asking you all, when AP was healthy, right after, did he play right away? Wetson, surprisingly, he did great, but never the same. Man, I don't know what they're talking about, man. Flores, coach of the year, if we win one more game. Man, nah, give me 3 more. Brady tore his ACL. True. Number 5, Jason Sanders. Oh, maybe he just got back quick. He wasn't better. And if he didn't have ACL, he would have had 15,000 yards. By now, you mean? I agree. I'll look it up, Logan. I got 3 minutes. Oh, man. One moment. He tore ACL or meniscus. I don't know. It's not showing it. It's saying Peterson tore his meniscus in his right knee on September of 2016. He returned to play just one more game, week 15, before his season ended with knee and groin injury. When did AP? Multiple times. When did he return, y'all? I'm trying to figure out when he actually returned. Because it looked like in 2016 he was done in week 15. Was he back already in 2017? He leads the way in ACL recovery. He leads the NFL in rush. 3 letters. Let's see here. ACL. What year? I'm trying to see it. McMillan did tore his ACL. When did McMillan tear it? Exactly what day? And when did he come back? Very next season? This talking about sports medicine. Hey, do y'all know if Preston has surgery or not? I don't know the details on that while I'm looking this up. I can't find it, but I'm gonna take y'all word for it on this article. This ain't telling me nothing. I'm sorry, he did. He did. Yeah, he did. He posted a pic on Instagram. He had surgery. I'm gonna have to go look into that because I want to know what kind of surgery he had and what they had to replace. Because I just read what AP got done because they put something in him to hold it together or something. Settle down, Barkley. It was a partial tear for Preston Williams. But many don't. No one ever knows how a body will respond until their career is over. Many players recover from an ACL, but many don't. TD, why is Miami winning now? I'm sad. You should be happy, man. Why are you sad? Facts, Packers cheat. Iceberg, yes. Oh, but I guess that's better news. I mean, is it better that it's a tear? Because don't some people that have tears, next you know they come out in camp and then the whole thing goes? Don't that happen at times too? Or does that make a player that much nervous the whole time? Like, oh my gosh, my what if I actually, tear the whole thing versus partial? When Rashad Jones coming back, best safety in the league? Man, I have no idea with Rashad Jones, man. I have no idea. But I didn't know that, man. That's interesting with AP. It actually says that Adrian Peterson leads the way in ACL recovery. Oh, Lord. Not yet. You know what I'm probably thinking about when he had his legal situation. How when he came back, he was never the same. I'm jumping that up with his ACL. After that, yeah. Okay, it's quicker. But guys, I got to get out of here. It's about 4:30 now. Yeah, McMillan came back the next year. Cool. Adrian Peterson, also a veteran. Yeah. I'm coming. Just give me a second. But I got to get out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. But y'all go on Twitter, go on Dolphins Twitter account, Instagram, and go and show Brian Flores some love, man. Let him know that we behind you, coach. Tenniel had a partial, and we all knew what happened after. Exactly. That's what scares me, man. You had that partial, you out for that, then you come back, then the whole thing go. It make you think, man, I got a partial, go on, rip the thing and rip it all away or something, and let me do it over. I don't know. I really don't know how it worked. That could have been the most ignorant thing I ever said. But yeah, man, that's a little scary in itself to have a partial. Like, does the tear just heal on its own, or I don't know. But they say he did surgery, so we shall see if that works or if it helped. We shall see. But shout out to everybody. It's TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. It's your boy. I'll see y'all tonight. Peace. Hit that like button on your way out, guys.